Hello everyone and welcome to Codekru. So in today's video, we are going to learn about TestNG, what it is, why to use it, and finally how we can run a simple test case using TestNG. So what is TestNG? TestNG is a testing framework inspired by JUnit and NUnit. It helps us manage and organize our test cases very efficiently. The NG in TestNG stands for next generation because it introduced several new features that makes it more powerful and flexible compared to the other tools. So the question would be now why should we use TestNG or consider using it over the other tools that we have? So there are many reasons for the same and I'm going to list a few of them. So first would be its support for annotations. So it has before and after annotations which we can use to maybe set up the test data or perform cleanup activities after the execution is completed. Second would be its support for data driven testing. So let's say if we have data stored somewhere maybe in Excel sheets or in databases, then we can fetch them and using data provider we can feed them into the test cases. So a single test case can be executed multiple times using the data that we have stored somewhere. Then it also provides support for parallel testing. So let's say if I have 200, 300 test cases, then running them sequentially might take some significant amount of time. But using TestNG, we can run them in parallel, which would help greatly reduce the execution time overall. So maybe we can run 10 cases, 20 cases in parallel, and then it would decrease the overall execution time. And the most important one would be that it can be integrated with other tools like Selenium, RestAssured to help us execute either UI or API cases. So in a way, we can say that TestNG is kind of independent of the type of the case it is going to execute. It is up to the person writing the test case to decide the nature of the test case. So it can be UI, it can be API, or a combination of both. With that said, let's move towards executing our very first test case using TestNG. So to use TestNG in a project, first we would need to create a project and then add TestNG to it. I have already created one Maven project here. So I'm just going to add the TestNG into this project and then write our test cases accordingly. So how to add TestNG to this Maven project? If you scroll down, you will see that there is this Maven dependency. So I'm just going to copy it from here and then add it in my Maven project. So how can I add it? I'll just go to the like pom.xml file. I'm already there only. I'm going to add the dependencies tag and then I am adding the dependency that I just copied from there. Now you will see that there is this scope test that is mentioned here. I am going to remove this because I am going to write my test cases in source main Java folder. If I do not remove this, then I won't be able to use TestNG features in source main Java because this test scope will limit TestNG feature to the source test Java folder only. So for this reason, I am going to remove this scope test Java line because I want to use TestNG feature in source main Java as well. So with that said, TestNG is added to my project. I am going to make a new class. Okay, the class name can be anything. Let's say Codekru test. I'll create a method public void. Let's name the method as test1. Right now I'll just simply put a print statement, let's say executing test1. Okay, now to make it a test method, I would have to annotate it with @test annotation. This annotation is provided by TestNG. So you can see right now that this sign also come up here indicating that this method is ready to be executed as a test. Okay, so whatsoever methods are annotated with @test will become test methods. So now I can just simply right click and then see this option run Codekru test. Will click on it and it will execute our test cases. So you can see this print statement has been printed and it has executed our test method. In the summary, you can also see that total test run was 1 and one test case got passed. Okay, so this is it for this video. We are going to explore more of TestNG features in the upcoming videos, so keep an eye out for the same. And if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.